are delicious. All right, here we go. Here's your calamari.
I've been waiting for this one.
This has been developed just for you. And I really, really mean that. On our first date, Ray ordered fried calamari, and he has not ordered it.
I was going to say,
one
every
time
we went out to dinner
since we have been out to dinner, if they have it on the menu.
And I have to tell you, I've had some pretty great calamari every time we went out to eat, right? But I've also had some really bad ones. You know, usually the really bad ones, quite frankly, are the ones that are not just the rings. They usually use, you know, the other parts.
Or how about the ones that look perfect?
Right, or the ones that look perfect and they taste not so perfect.
Yes.
Why
is that?
You know, I think it's number one because, I don't think, it is the reason because they start with, number one, inferior calamari, right?
Yep.
And that's what all of our products start with. The best fish, the best meat. At the end of the day, if you don't start with the very best raw material, you can't expect a great result. But then it's the way in which we prepare it, the way in which we bread it, or process it, or cut it, or pack it. All those different things we do to ensure it, and we can deliver it to you in the same way we would expect to serve it to our guests and our family.
So I want to show everybody exactly the process and how this starts. So these guys are wild caught off the West Coast. So this is what the calamari...
Yeah, I love that you show that. Most people, I don't think, even realize that's what it looks like.
This is something that I eat a lot when I just grill it with a little bit of lemon.
Right.
This is how I used to like it like that. What we do is we take these pieces, they're all cleaned, and then right from here they get cut down into these rings. So I think it's important to show why they're different sizes. You're getting this whole piece, and then they're cut down into these nice little rings here.
Right,
perfectly, yep, perfectly cleaned, absolutely gorgeous. And then they are quickly hand breaded with just some seasoned breadcrumbs.
Right.
And then they are flash frozen for you and completely oven ready at home for you. But so take a look at these. You got a lot of different sizes going on here. Some are absolutely enormous because that's the top of that calamari that I showed you.
They're huge. They look like an onion ring.
Exactly. And they're crispy like an onion ring.
You know what
but
they
the
are.
inside...
I just snuck off the set for a second and I was crunching on one. I had to cover my microphone because they were so crunchy. I couldn't believe it.
But I think what's really important to show are the insides of these two, because you've got that beautiful calamari ring in here. But Ray, you know, this is not rubbery. It's not leathery at all. It's tasty. It has a nice, ratio of coating on it that's just hugging it. And then these you can prepare in your oven or, of course, your air fryer. We've become a big fan of the air fryer, but you're receiving 4 pounds of these. So you just take out whatever it is that you need. You have a box right there?
Right, I do. And this is actually just the 2-pound box. So you're getting 2 of these.
Yep.
Right, you're getting 2 of these boxes in this offer for that 4-pound option. And this is huge. I mean, it is massive, right? This is just 2 pounds. You're getting this whole entire bag of all these calamari rings, and you're getting 2 of them. So, the holidays are just around the corner. This is something you want to put in your freezer now, whether you have that extra freezer in the garage or your basement, or you just want to take them out of the box and stuff them somewhere in the freezer. You'll find a spot. This is an easy, simple way to have a great appetizer or even an item if you're doing 7 fish this holiday season.
Or even more. There's so many different things that you could do with the oven-ready calamari, Ray. I love that you just pointed out those 2 things.
Right.
But right here, I have the sandwich ready to go.
I love that.
So would you do a crab cake sandwich?
Right.
Would you do a fried shrimp sandwich? They call them, the po' boy sandwiches. Put them right there.
Yeah, the sandwich is so cool.
We 100%, I hope our kids aren't watching, which they probably aren't, because they watch us for about 2 minutes and then move on with their lives. But this calamari and fry baskets, we tell them is chicken.
Right.
Right?
We do.
So that works
You know what?
out.
It's a better way to get something a little bit healthier in their diet. Potentially, they're just different because they eat chicken fingers every single night. But, they love it because it's crunchy. And to them, it's that crunch, I think, that satisfies their craving.
And then you had those 2-ounce filet medallions earlier that we showed you. These take longer to cook than the filet mignon. So if you wanted to do a quick surf and turf, you can do that. Have these in your air fryer, maybe you're grilling or sauteing those. And then you have your calamari and your 2-ounce filet medallions ready to go for a beautiful surf and turf dinner. So you can elevate them as well.
And super economical, right?
Yes.
Cook those filet mignon medallions that are already really economical, and you're having filet mignon, by the way. But then that calamari, which in a 2-pound bag, Brittany, I got to assume you're getting, 30, 40, 50 pieces of these. They go a long way.
100% go a long way. And also they can be used as a base in some of your favorite recipes as well. So I took these out of the air fryer. These took about 18 minutes in the air fryer. They're gonna take about 25 to 30 in your oven. So if you're having people over for game day, you can toss these with a little bit of buffalo sauce. Right now I have some chili dipping sauce that I'm gonna toss these around in. So Ray, if you wanna put that back in for me so I don't have too much in my bowl here. So you can take them as a base and put your favorite sauce on them. Ray, I know you're happy with just your marinara.
I am, but I like the chili dipping sauce as well.
Oh yeah.
Just kind of brings out the flavor of the calamari and the breadcrumbs.
Well, don't worry, I have that here for you too.
Brittany, is the air fryer the best way to cook these?
I love the air fryer for these. Anything that we have that is oven ready or breaded, I think that the air fryer just takes it to that next level. It's almost like you're dropping it in a deep fryer, but you are saving on the calories from the oil. But look how pretty this is. I know you have one of those temptation platters or a pretty dish that you don't know what to do with. Put your calamari in.
Oh, that is awesome.
Isn't that gorgeous?
It's beautiful.
And then also, if this was plain, something else that I love to do is make one thing, and then I have my dipping section. So that goes, with our butterfly oven-ready shrimp, with the ebi shrimp that we do. I have my little entertainment piece. So the calamari here, we have Ray's traditional marinara dipping sauce. We have tartar, and then I have my little scallions here for that dish that we just put together, which is gorgeous. Traditional cocktail sauce, and then a Thai peanut.
And that was maybe 1 pound, so you used half of a bag for that whole dish.
Exactly. Some toothpicks together, you have your dipping sauces ready, a little bit of lemon to go, and then you are ready to entertain with these. But again, you can elevate it with your surf and turf, make sandwiches, and then of course have it ready for your kids. Have you eaten one of these yet?
I have. I was just kind of chewing on one as you were talking, but they are just so good. They're so crunchy. You can hear that crunch. They're just absolutely exceptional. But the best part is just how easy they are, right? You're taking these out of the bag. You're not having to do all the work, and you can tell people you made them by hand yourself at home, right? You spent hours in the kitchen breading and cutting the calamari tubes to get these beautiful rings. I'm just kidding. But, that's what it feels like here. You can't normally get this experience at home. I've never been anywhere where I see these beautiful calamari rings, right, already done and ready to go like this. Other than maybe a fancy 5-star restaurant that does takeout. Right. And even that, they're not as good when you get them at home. They're usually soggy or soft. These are beautiful, crunchy, still very, tender and flavorful at the same time.
Calamari is definitely not something you can order from takeout in that styrofoam box or that plastic box and it steams inside and then it gets home and it's horrible.
Right.
This is not that. And I have made this from scratch before for Ray. I was trying to be a good wife. But let me tell you what the kitchen looked like when I was done. I had the strainer, the flour,
let's just say we spent a lot of time.
The egg. It just, and I'm not somebody that cooks messy.
No.
It was a disaster. We had dark countertops at the time, and it was pretty bad. So this is a much better option in our household, and especially because I know you love it.
It is. I do love it. It's for me, it's just the item I love starting meals with. No matter where we go to eat, I always order this off the menu, and it's just a great product. Highly recommend you getting this at home, especially with the holidays. I mean, we're just, 60 or 90 days away from the holidays, believe it or not, which is crazy to think, but it's just around the corner, so highly recommend it. But we had an absolute blast with you tonight. Thank you so much for joining us every Tuesday night at 6 p.m. We're glad to have Brittany back. I know I am as well, because she's cooking dinner for our family again. I'm just kidding. One of the many reasons I love you. But really, really appreciate you, and we have a whole hour of Gourmet Holiday coming up, so stay tuned.